Hello children, this is your English ma'am speaking. Today I am back with an interesting poem, Daddy Fell into the Pond. This is the poem which represents laughter is good, but we should know when to laugh and when to not. When unusual things are happening, we should know whether it's right time, place to laugh or not. Because our laughter shouldn't hurt anybody. Here is the situation in this I Connect part. Let us read and come up with our response to the situation and the question here. My dear children, have you heard the saying, laughter is the best medicine? Yes, laughter is the best medicine. But we should know the wrong usage of medicine is useless. Likewise, laughing at someone's mistake is also meaningless. Here is a situation in the I Connect part. Let us read. A zookeeper ordered 3 monkeys over the phone. 10 days later, he got a delivery of 3 geese. He called up the animal supplier and inquired why he got geese instead of monkeys. The supplier answered that he had sent 3 white man geese with good feathers. My dear children, do you find this situation funny? You write your response to the given question. Why do you find this situation funny? You can write the reason of this situation. Yes, my dear children, what would have been your response if you were the zookeeper? Discuss with your family members and write your response here. What are the things that make you laugh? You can write them one by one in the given space. For example, I laugh at someone who practices tongue twister. According to me, when someone practicing tongue twister, that makes me laugh. Likewise, what are the things that make you laugh? You can write those things one by one in the given space. Now, let's move on to the interesting poem. What happened when a grown man, the children's father, fell into a pond? Everyone grumbled. The sky was grey. We had nothing to do and nothing to say. We were nearing the end of a dismal day, and there seemed to be nothing beyond. Then, Daddy fell into the pond. I hope you can find some of the meanings in the word body section. Everyone grumbled. What does it mean, grumble? Complain in a bad tempered way. When the sky is cloudy, so dull, what do? We started to complain on a bad weather. Oh, it's cloudy, it seems to be rainy, it may rain. We started to complain on this bad weather. Likewise, the grown man's family members started to grumbling at the bad-tempered way. Everyone grumbled because the sky was grey, the sky was cloudy. They had nothing to do and nothing to say because it's a natural thing. So we had nothing to do and nothing to say at this bad-tempered way. We were nearing the end of a dismal day. You may find this meaning of the word dismal in the word body section, which means dull. We were nearing the end of a dull day, because it's a unusual thing and also it's a natural thing. We cannot do anything against to the natural things. We are nearing the end of a dull day. We are very closing to the rainy time. So they had nothing to do and nothing to say, and there seemed to be nothing beyond. Then Daddy fell into the pond. At that situation, the grown man, Daddy, fell into the pond. When Daddy fell into the pond, everyone's face grew merry and bright. What does it mean, merry? Merry means happy, delight. And everyone's face grew happy and bright when Daddy fell into the pond, and Timothy danced for sheer delight. What does it mean, sheer delight? Which means absolute extreme joy. When Daddy fell into the pond, everyone's face in the family member's face grew happy and bright, and the girl Timothy danced for absolute extreme joy. And the girl is demanding for the camera to click it. So she is asking, "Give me the camera, quick, quick." When she is demanding the camera, he is crawling out of the duckweed. What does it mean, duckweed? Duckweed means flowering aquatic plant. The aquatic plant. Can you see some plants in the pond? Those are called duckweed. They enjoyed that situation when Daddy fell into the pond. So they wanted to capture it, so they are demanding for camera and dancing and laughing and enjoying. Do you find this situation funny? When a grown man, the family's head, fell into the pond, what do we have to do? Whether we have to laugh or we have to help. Let's see what happened. Then the gardener suddenly slapped his knee. What does it mean actually? The gardener suddenly slapped his knee. When we are extreme joy, when we are in extreme joy, we laugh by keeping our hands on our knee. Likewise, the gardener suddenly slapped his knee and laughing like anything, and doubled up shaking silently because he was in extreme joy. He couldn't bear that laughter, so he doubled up and shaking silently. The gardener's body was started to shake because of his continuous laugh. And the ducks all quacked as if they were daft. What does it mean, daft? Can you find the meaning of this given word in the word body section? Yes, my dear children, daft means mad. The ducks in the pond started to quack as if they were mad because the quacking sound of the ducks were simply different, completely different. So the different sounds of the quacking sound of a duck is considered here like a mad. And it sounded as if the old drake laughed. As I already told you, the quacking sound of all ducks seems to be mad and something different. Oh, there wasn't a thing that didn't respond when Daddy fell into the pond. This is all about the great poet Alfred Noyes. Here is to say, there wasn't a thing that didn't respond because everything responded when Daddy fell into the pond. What are the things respond? Shall we see one by one from the beginning? Everyone's face grew merry and bright. That is one response when Daddy fell into the pond. And Timothy danced for sheer delight. And she is asking for the camera, quick, quick, quick. When Daddy fell into the pond, the ducks are started to quack. The gardener laughed like anything, and laughing sound was different, and the quacking sound of all the ducks were different. So this is all about the response when Daddy fell into the pond. So the author says there wasn't a thing because everything responded when Daddy fell into the pond. Now let's be back to the poem now. Do you find this situation funny? Do we have to laugh when a grown man fell into the pond? What we have to do? So this is what we know from this poem, Daddy fell into the pond. So I hope The poem taught us we should know when to laugh and when do not. Laughter is the best medicine. Okay, but we should know the usage of medicine at right time and right place. Why did everyone's face grow merry and bright? Because Daddy fell into the pond, so everyone's face grew merry and bright. Can you answer to the next question in the checkpoint? What was the reaction of Timothy when Daddy fell into the pond? What was the reaction of Timothy when Daddy fell into the pond? Timothy danced for sheer delight as she enjoyed that scene. That was the reaction of Timothy when Daddy fell into the pond. Now, shall we go to the I understand section now? Yes. Now, we are going to complete the incomplete sentences in the I understand part. Shall we check our understanding? Yes. Here are some statements which are taken from poem. You can find the rest in the poetic line itself. We had nothing to do and can you find this incomplete sentence in the poetic line? We had nothing to do and nothing to say. Likewise, you can find the rest incomplete sentences in the poetic line itself. We were nearing the end of a dismal day. Everyone's face grew merry and bright. The gardener suddenly slapped his knee. There wasn't a thing that didn't respond because everything responded when Daddy fell into the pond. Shall we go to the next part? Here are some questions. We are going to answer them briefly. What effect did the day have on the people? The people grumbled as the day was very dull. So, dull is the effect of the day have on the people. Next question. What is meant by seemed to be nothing beyond? Seemed to be nothing beyond means there was nothing else to do at the end of the day. Shall I repeat once again? Seemed to be nothing beyond means there was nothing else to do at the end of the day. What happened to Daddy? Daddy fell into the pond. Fourth question. Explain. Timothy danced for sheer delight. Timothy danced for sheer delight means Timothy danced in joy when Daddy fell into the pond as she enjoyed that scene. Why was the gardener doubled up? The gardener doubled up on seeing Daddy falling in pond. He laughed with his hands on his knees and his body was shaking silently. Shall I repeat the fifth question answer once again? Why was the gardener doubled up? The gardener doubled up on seeing Daddy falling in pond. He laughed with his hands on his knees and his body was shaking silently. Now let's go to the I feel part. Here you will have two Romans. Let's read one by one. Now let's go to B Roman. Fill in the blanks to make alliterative sentences. What is mean by alliterative sentences? Alliteration is a word we have in poem part. To make a poem as beautiful, we will have some interested and technical words in poem which are called figures of speech. From the figures of speech, we will have only one figure of speech in this poem which is called alliteration. Let's we see alliteration first and we will go to the next P part. Now alliteration. The repetition of consonant sounds at the beginning of two or more words immediately succeeding each other or at short intervals. Let me explain you once again. Here are two words, dismal and deep. Both the words are started with the letter D. My dear children, the alphabet D, is it consonant or is it a vowel? The letter D is consonant, it is not a vowel. The repetition of consonant sounds at the beginning. Both the words beginning letter is consonant. So this is the repetition of consonant. So this is all about alliteration. So alliteration is the repetition of consonant sounds at the beginning of two words or more words. Are you getting me? Yes, this is all about alliteration. Now, shall we go to B part once again? Yes. Now we are going to fill the blanks with the correct alliterative sentences using our answers which is in the box. Here are some alliterated words. We are going to fill them in the right place. Bestie baked dash. So here the repetition of consonants are B. You see here all the words are started with the letter B. So our answer should be B. Do you find any B beginning word? Yes. You will have three beginning words. You will have three B beginning words. Bark, book, brownies. What is the right word to make sense? Bestie baked brownie. Bestie is able to bake only brownie. We able to bake only brownies, not book or bark and some other thing. So here the word brownie is makes sense here, so that we write brownie in the space. Bestie baked brownies. Grandpa Greg gave me great dash. Grandpa Greg gave me great dash. So these alliterated words are started with the letter G. So can you find G beginning word in the box? Yes, goodies. Grandpa Greg gave me great goodies. Nina has 9 dash. All the words are started with N. Here any N beginning word? Yes. Nina has 9 nieces. Catty's cat clawed the dash. Here this word may be begin with the letter K, but the sound is C. Catty's cat clawed the couch. Brown bear bit a bark, a piece of log. Bring that big bulky dash to Bonnie. Only one answer we have, so we easily found it. Book. Bring that big bulky book to Bonnie. I hope now you are able to know alliterative sentences. Likewise, we are going to have some other alliteration for a Roman. Find 5 examples of alliteration from the poem and explain what they mean. You can find some other alliteration in the poetic line itself. Shall we go next part? So alliterations are the repetition of consonant sounds at the beginning. Now you can refer our poetic lines. Example, the alliterated words are dismal day. Can you find this word in your poem? Yes, dismal day. Suddenly slapped. Shaking silently. You can write these alliteration to the A Roman here. You can also find some other alliterated words in the poetic lines and give them up here. Now let's go to the I extended part. Ponds are teeming with both animal and plant life. Ponds are storage with both animal and plant life. Some animals live in water, some live above the water, and others live in the area surrounding the pond. Likewise, we are going to identify some other things which live in water, which live above the water, which live area surrounding the water body. Here are some words which is scrambled. We are going to unscramble the words and we are going to write them in the right place. Can you find this first scrambled word? Raccoons. Can you find the second scrambled word? Tadpoles. Now third word. Shall I give you a clue? This word you can exactly find in the poetic line. I give you a clue once again. He is crawling out of the dash. Do you able to find this word? Duckweed. You can find this word in your poetic line. Now fourth scrambled word is tortoise. Fifth is leech. Hope this word is very much easiest one, because by seeing the scrambled way we are able to find it easily. Mosquito. Very good. The seventh one is snail. The eighth one is water snake. The ninth one, when we hear this word pond, we always remember one flower. Lotus. The next and last word is kingfisher. So these are the scrambled words and we unscrambled them and we wrote in the I extended part. I hope you all have enjoyed this poem and I surely believe you all we learned when to laugh and when do not. We know that our laughing shouldn't hurt anybody because laughter is the best medicine. As it is a best medicine, we should know the sense of the usage. Thank you all once again. Have a great days ahead.